with your favorite instructor, Instructor Shelton. Today, I have Dr. Antoinette Davis on the line. How are you doing, Dr. Antoinette?
I'm well. How are you?
I am wonderful. So, please tell us a little bit about yourself.
A little bit about myself. I am an instructional designer and a learning developer. I have been doing the instructional design part under the teaching umbrella for over 15 years, and I've been doing it separate from teaching for about a year and a half. So I can say that it's been an interesting ride, but I'm excited about it because at least it's a good way for us all to expand our talents.
Yes, I love hearing that. I love expand. Yes, I'm all for expansion. All right, so Dr. Davis, what do you have for us today? What tip or trick would you like to share?
Would like to share a tip about using Camtasia in order to not only record video, but also to record your captions so that they're Section 508 compliant. What I have found in working with Camtasia, I thought it was just, oh, we can just record and we can just upload it. But I think that it's very important for people to understand that there are certain software that only accept captions in a certain way. And we
Okay.
know that Camtasia pulls out .srt files. There are some software that only accept .vtt files. So the question is, how do you convert from SRT to VTT? There's a software, or should I say a website called Happy Scribe. And
Okay.
when you sign into it, you put your SRT file in there and it spits out a VTT file in about 2 seconds.
Okay, and now let me say, look, since you've been talking, you can't see me, but I'm throwing flags all over the place. I'm throwing flags. So for those of us that don't know, like me,
Mhm.
what is SRT?
SRT is a file that Camtasia downloads your captions as. When you do your
Okay.
video, when you do your captions, that's your wording so that others who are, maybe hearing impaired or seeing impaired, so that they can see it and be a part of the presentation. Now, those captions are there. You can see them. However, when you want to download them, it will download onto your computer as a SRT file. Now,
Okay.
if you, for example, want to upload it to, say, Microsoft Stream or something like that, you would need to use Happy Scribe in order to convert from SRT to VTT.
Okay, and what is VTT?
VTT is the more updated version for caption files.
Okay, so it's the updated version for caption files.
Mhm.
Okay, and Camtasia. Now that is a new one for me. So give us a little bit of information on Camtasia.
Camtasia is a software that lots of faculty and even corporate worlds use in order to record files, such as, say, you have a 3-minute file that you want your students to listen to,
Hmm.
and you decide, oh, I just want to send audio. Well, we all know if you send audio to 15, 16-year-old kids, they're not going to listen very long. But if
Right.
you include with the audio, the visual aspects, they will listen, but also you got to include the captions as well. So
Okay.
Camtasia is one of those softwares that does quite a few things.
I absolutely love software talk because that's one of the places where I'm trying to build my strength.
Mhm.
And I'm like beginner ID. So when you're throwing out all these acronyms, I'm like, wait, hold on, let me get my pen and paper. So I'm like taking notes as you're talking,
Mhm.
because I can definitely see how this could help, especially when you're sending students um, videos. Because I sometimes do Zooms, and
Mhm.
sometimes I set up Zooms for my class and I'm the only one in there, but I have a lesson that's set up and I do the lesson anyway. And then I record the lesson and I
Mhm.
send it as an email to the students. So to be able to also have software that I can would put the caption on it so that they can not only hear it, but they can read it. That would be that like is a home run.
Yes. And you can have those Camtasia files forever. You can reuse them from semester to semester.
Wow, I didn't know that. You just dropped so many brain bombs in this little segment that I for sure am going to have you back. I really, really appreciate you taking the time out of your day to share such wonderful tips and tricks, especially something like this, because this is definitely something that I'm going to research. And I'm sure people watching are going to be like, okay, let me take some notes too. Let me write some stuff down if I can help. So I thank you so much, Dr. Davis, for coming on. I really appreciate this tip. I mean, I'm gaga over it right now. I'm pretty much speechless at this point because I'm just like, oh my goodness, this is something that I can learn from. So I want to make sure that I say thank you so much for coming on and giving me your time. And I'm going to close out tips and tricks. Thank you so much for joining us for tips and tricks. And I hope you enjoyed this episode. See you guys later.